Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you my Maxillaria Tenuifolia. I'm going to show you first where it is usually in its window. It's hanging right in front of a south-facing window. It does have a couple of dendrobium orchids hanging at its from its pot, just as a convenient place for them for me. Yeah, so the Maxillaria Tenuifolia is found in places like Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Costa Rica. It has a kind of like a vertical growth habit where the pseudobulbs grow on top of each other. Although it can grow out horizontally if you give it the space, like in a kind of a basket or something like that, it will grow out horizontally. The flowers are the defining part of this plant. They are either oxblood red or yellow, and they grow one to a spike. The spikes come out from the base of the pseudobulb, and they have the strongest coconut scent. They smell very, very, very good. It's like intoxicating when there's a whole bunch of them, and it can be smelled from way across the room. I find it needs more light than recommended. Some places say it needs like in between Cattleya light and Phalaenopsis light, but I find it can take as much light as you can give it. At least in Canada it can. Its leaves are thin and they don't hold much heat, so they don't get too hot in the summertime. So this summer I'm going to put this outside and give it as much light as possible. Anyways, I'm going to take it down so you guys can get a better look at it. Hang on one second. Okay guys, so here is the plant a little bit closer. You can see how it grows up. So, you know, pseudobulb on top of pseudobulb on top of pseudobulb on top of pseudobulb. And it flowers, there you can see where it last flowered, from the base of the pseudobulbs right there. And this is last year's bloom. I did not give it enough light last year. I think I had it in a west window or something, and it only had one bloom, and it was kind of a deformed bloom, but it was a bloom nonetheless. But that is why I would stress giving it as much light as you can. I have never seen this plant burn, so maybe it would burn like somewhere around the equator or something if it was given constant full light. But yeah, I would stress giving it as much light as possible. I have repotted it since I got it. It was just not staying wet long enough. I repotted it into this. It's got slits in it to provide aeration, and I don't know if you can see, but it's got a bunch of roots growing through there. It grows its roots very quickly. And when I took it out of its last pot, it was such a tight root ball that I could not like get any sphagnum moss out of it. It was ridiculous. But yeah, it's just a really fast growing orchid. Not the easiest to bloom, unfortunately. Some people have problems with it. I've had problems with it, but I'm hoping this year I get a lot of blooms because it has grown so quickly. This isn't a bloom spike. This is just another growth beginning. So that one will just keep growing and then eventually produce another pseudobulb. And I have no idea what I'm going to do with this thing once it gets bigger. It's already enormous. So as you can see, I've tried holding part of it up with these stakes, just because this part here was just flopping all the way over, and I was afraid that it might break at some point. So I might have to get a bigger container for it. It has started growing out a bit, like I mentioned before. If you give it enough room, it'll start growing out horizontally. So that one was actually stuck underneath the moss, but I kind of poked it out with a toothpick and it started growing again, so that's good. But yeah, the flowers are just absolutely fantastic. I think every person should have this and attempt to bloom it, just because it is the best smelling orchid ever. Even better than the Oncidium Sherry Baby. It just smells absolutely fantastic. Anyways, thanks for watching guys. Have a good day. Bye.